Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today I'm going to be using the Spellbinders Hang With Me August Card Kit of the Month. And for this month, I'm going to mix things up a little bit. So we're not going to do 10 cards this time. We're going to do a few cards and then a couple of projects. So I'm going to start off making a layout. And I picked up this frame at Hobby Lobby, and they were having their 50% off sale with all of their frames. So I just really liked the rough wood look. So yeah, I'm just totally going to cover up the middle because that's not what I wanted it for, and I'm just going to use it like a layout. So this frame was like $13, and then it was 50% off. So for $7, you really can't go wrong. So I'm going to use some Mod Podge, and I'm just going to Mod Podge the whole inside of this because I'm going to put my paper right over the top. So I'm going to use it kind of like a glue. Give it a nice good coating. And then this is just some paper from my stash that looked kind of, well, it's more beachy, but I needed kind of a neutral looking background to go with all of the bright colors that come with this kit. So I'm going to place that down and kind of rip the bottom just to give it a little bit more interest. And then I am going to put two 4x4 pictures in here. So I cut out some mats, 4x4, and then 4¼ by 4¼ in the back. And now I'm just kind of trying to figure out where my placement is going to be on the inside. And I wanted to use some of the journaling cards. So as you can see here, I'm just kind of tucking and stuffing things where I think they're going to go. And I haven't attached anything down yet because I'm going to completely change my mind here in a minute. But this is kind of the general idea, is just to start off, I just start tucking things and putting them around and trying to figure out where everything's going to go. And then once I kind of figure it out, I start placing things down permanently. So right now the purple is down already and it's not going anywhere, and now I'm going to put down the mats, and those are going to go down next, and I'm going to secure everything down. And for the pictures, when I add the pictures later, they're just going to go right on top of the white. So the white is just kind of like a placeholder, and then I'll just stick the photos right on top. And I made it so that you could tuck that purple, you can tuck right underneath there. So when I put the other photo, the photo that's going to go on the bottom, it'll just tuck right behind. To give the little flowers a little bit of dimension, I'm just going to cut right along the little dark petal lines here. And then I'm just going to pinch each one of the petals just to kind of give it a little bit of dimension. And then later on, I'll stick a big old pink pearl in the middle of each one of these flowers. But for now, it's just to kind of give it a little bit. I did purchase some flowers while I was at Hobby Lobby that I thought might go with this, but then I ended up not liking the way it looked. It really took away from all of it made the flowers the focal point instead of all these really cool pieces of ephemera. So I changed my mind and just went with exactly what was in the kit. So I'm going to kind of use my little sticky dots to place down my flower. And again, I'm leaving the space behind it uncovered so that I can tuck my pictures. And now I'm just going to make it so this little guy can hang right on the top of this Project Life card that says Life is About Moments. And I'm going to permanently attach him right there with some glue just on his feet so you can still tuck behind it. And I have that card, that journaling card, I have it popped up on Fun Foam. And now I'm just going to start kind of figuring out where I'm going to tuck all my little elements. You can see them kind of off to the side right there. And I promise after this project we're going to do 5 cards, and so if you're looking for the cards, just kind of scoot ahead a little bit and you'll see the 5 cards right after this project. So anyway, to get back to this, it's just kind of playing around. Some of these things are going to get popped up. Some of them are going to get popped up like on 3 different layers of foam depending on where I want them to be. And there are a couple of times when I was putting this together that I thought, you know what, this looks really good, I'm going to stop. But then I remembered who I was making it for and how much she really loves all of this kind of the birds, and she loves the flamingos and all of that tropical. So I just kept going because I know my daughter and I know this is what she would like. But in all honesty, after about 2 more things right here on where I'm working right now, if I was making this for anybody else, I probably would have stopped. But for her, I just kept going because I know what she likes. So now I did the same thing to this flower. I just trimmed along each one of the little petals and then fluffed it up. And now I'm just going to place some greenery around it. I know she wants that flamingo, so we're going to attach the flamingo. And I'm only going to put the flamingo, I'm just going to attach things kind of where the butt part of him is. And you'll see why, so that I can still tuck the picture behind him. So he's going to go right along the edge of that paper where his leg is, and then I'm just going to put a little dot right behind his butt so that way you can still tuck the photo behind it. And I already put the photos in and it came out really cute, but she would absolutely murder me if I took a picture of it with the pictures in it. So now I'm just going to keep kind of tucking things around and placing them, the little flowers that came in the ephemera pack. And I wanted to make a couple more little areas with stuff like the lazy days, happy days. These kind of sentiments really go with the photos that went in the actual little spots there. And then I have this little wooden love that I'm also going to glue down. A couple more finishing touches. And the only other thing that I did was I added the pearls to the middle. In one of the other Spellbinders kits that we got were these dots right here, the sparkly dots. So you can see I put 2 on either side because she loves all things glitter. I also used my sparkly pen on a couple of the things in there as well. And that's it for that one. So now we will move on to the cards. So for card number 1, I'm going to put together this little sloth. And in all honesty, this card kit is so cute. Comes with so many like super awesome elements, but I used so much on that first project that I was kind of running low on things that I could expand on to make a lot of cards. So I ended up only making 5, really struggled through the 5, and then realized, you know what guys, this kit is great for Project Life. I think it was made with that kind of in mind. So at the end of these 5 cards, I kept going and I did a Project Life page, the front and back. So after the 5 cards is over, you'll see that as well. So now we're just going to keep putting together our little sloth. And I wanted him to be hanging upside down. So that's why I'm kind of putting him together and then checking where he goes. And then, because I didn't want to put him together and then stick him on there and it didn't go. So I kind of put him on the branch, figured out where each one of his little legs was going to go, and then I glued it down. And then I go back and put on the next piece. And it was a little bit tedious, but I wanted to make sure when he was hanging on the branch, he actually looked like he was hanging on the branch. So then I went back and I cut a whole bunch of the leaves, those like, I don't know, jungly looking leaves. And I'm just going to I'm not going to make you sit through me trying to figure out where to put them all, but I just kind of tucked them here, there, and everywhere. Just to kind of make this cute little bunches like around him where he's hanging. Sorry, I'm getting distracted because the dog is jumping up and down trying to get my attention and I'm not really sure why. So, so here I'm just going to finish tucking all my leaves, and then I did cut out some of the flowers, and I was really like drawn towards this pink and purple and like the light green colors of this kit. So as you can see, I made my sloth pink and the little purple bandit eyes right there. And now I'm just trying to line up, sorry about my head, I know it's right in the middle of the way, but I'm trying to just line up where I want my sentiment to go so I don't mess it up. So it's I love lazy days and then take it easy right underneath, and I'm just going to pop that up. And I'm not going to do anything else to this card. I'm just going to leave it exactly like that. No little glitter, no nothing. Just like that. I think it looks cute. Oh, except for I did trim down the the branch afterwards. I realized I forgot to do that. And now on to card number 2. So because this card took me a while, this kit, to try to figure out what everything was I was going to do, you can see that this is a whole new day. So I'm like, okay, well, let's try this again and see what we can come up with. So for this one, I wanted to do a birthday card. So I cut out a piece of that pattern paper, and I'm just going to kind of layer up this white cardstock that I used. It's got that embossed detail around the outside when you cut it, and that's a Spellbinders die, not Spellbinders, a Tonic Studios die. Came in one of my Tonic kits. And then another one of the journaling cards, and that's going to be kind of my backdrop. And then the It's Your Birthday, I have that popped up, and then I'm just going to kind of tuck a little scene with some cake and some fruit, kind of like a tropical birthday party. And I wanted to use these little hanging party lights. I finally figured out how to use these stickers, guys. Like, I don't know why, but last time we had these in the kit, I could not figure out that they were actually stickers. I thought they were plastic. So I'm going to glue down my cake. I'm also going to glue down the umbrella, but then pop up other things in the front. So the little fruit basket will get popped up, and the bananas, and then I don't know what that little thing is right there. It looks delicious. I think it's pineapple, but I'm not 100% sure. but I believe it's some type of a tropical fruit snack, so I put it in with this little set here. And then I'm just going to add a little sentiment under the "It's Your Birthday." And that is going to do it for that card. So there is card number 2. Make your dreams happen. Next, on to card number 3. So this one I had all these different ideas for, and it was going to be awesome, and then my card was too small. So I'm just going to kind of show you the beginning and what my idea was. As you can see, I've got these, and they were going to be like 3 little Polaroids that were going to be kind of smattered across my card front. And then once I got everything said and done and put it all together, they didn't fit. So I had to rethink my card design there towards the end. But I'll just kind of run through how I did all this. So in your kit, that thing I showed you in the beginning, the little piece of ephemera there, it pops out into like 5 different pieces. So there's a couple little tags right in the middle of it, and then there's a whole bunch of frames that went out. So for this frame, I wanted to make like a little scene, and you'll see the little water bottle and the plant and the radio to the one side. So I'm going to pop up my frame, and to do that, I'm just going to double up on my foam tape and then cut it into thirds. And then I'm just going to start tucking and gluing my water bottle and my plant, and then I popped up the radio, almost like a window, like you were looking out the window. And then I used just a regular square, stitch square die to cut out the little bird from the journaling tag. And then there's another little frame that fits right around him. I'm going to place that right around the bird. And then the hang out with people who make you smile fits into another frame. You can see it right there at the bottom, that also popped out of this same little ephemera piece, but it did not fit. So then I just rethought the card and only used the window and the little bird. I put a couple of the little things behind it, the spectacular and yes, this I think it says, or something like that. I can't read it from here. And then just put a couple of sentiments at the bottom. I think it would look totally cute if I could have fit 3 Polaroids in there, but it didn't work out. But this is okay. So here is the card. I'm looking at it to see if I want to add anything to it, and I ended up not. So that is that card finished. Here's a close-up. I totally made that sentiment crooked. I need to go fix that. On to card number 4, determined. Determined to use that piece because I already put it together and I was going to use it. So I designed this entire card around that hang out with people who make you smile. And I would have used a sloth, but he didn't really go, so I ended up doing something different. So I went with another kind of party theme. So I'm just going to kind of make a couple of little groupings of some of the ephemera pieces along with some more of the leaves that I cut out, and I'm just going to kind of group them, all the little leaves behind my little sets here, and I'm going to put that surfboard and then the matching, actually the bag matches that frame. Use some of the flowers, and then I'm going to pop up that little party banner right across the top. It's almost like you were going to the beach and just kind of hanging out with your friends, drinking your smoothies and surfing. I don't know if I would surf, but so that I'm going to pop up. And then I have like this extra little sentiment because it looked kind of naked right there and it needed a little something, so I just added one of the little stickers to it. It says, "Let's have some fun." And that's going to complete that card. On to card number 5. After card number 5 is when I decided I'm done trying to force the cards because they just wasn't speaking to me card-wise, and I used up a lot of the stuff that I would have used to make the cards. So I made my own background using the little stamps that came because I wanted to use the stamps, and I just used the 2 evergreen bough and tattered rose, and just took all of the little leaves and the flowers, and then there's this little tiny dragonfly stamp that came in that stamp set, so I'm going to use that as well. I'm just going to go around the whole background of the card. Here's a little dragonfly, and that is going to do it for the background. And then I'm just going to start layering some stuff on top. So I took one of the pattern pieces of paper, cut it slightly smaller than the A2 size. I popped up the piece that I made there after I cut it down with a stitched rectangle die, popped up the white circle and the pink one with the sentiment on it. And then I'm just going to tuck and stuff more of the leaves and flowers, kind of group them. Won't make you sit through that. And that is pretty much it for this card. Didn't do anything too special with it, just kind of a plain, just wanted to play with the stamps a little bit, but here's a close-up of that one. And now we're going to move on to the Project Life page. So these cards are perfect for these type of Project Life books. And just to show you that I promise I do Project Life. I'm not just doing this because of this kit. Here's one that I did a while back. And you see how there's all these different sizes in there. So you can put different size photos, different size journaling cards, all kinds of stuff in there. And then you just decorate each little compartment like it, almost like it was a card. So for this one, you can see they all come in different sizes. So yeah, this one, here's what I chose out of the journaling papers that came in your kit. And I'm just going to start decorating. And the way that I do my Project Life pages is I decorate inside and out. So some things will be on the inside of the page, some things will be attached right to the outside. And the thing I like about attaching stuff to the outside with your double-sided sticky tape is that if for some reason you want to change it or you don't like it, you just pull it off and then put something else there. It's not permanent. What you do on the cards is permanent. So if you're going to stick it down, it's going to be stuck there. But if you put it on the outside, the stick, the plasticky part, you can take it off. So I decided to do the hang out with the people who make you smile and a little, I was going to use 2x3 photos for this because I have a bunch of pictures that I want to use from when my daughter and my granddaughter came to visit. So I will print those out with my little Polaroid zip thing. And I cut out, made another little sloth, hung him upside down, and he goes like right on top of that. And as you could see, you could pull that right out. And now you can tell how I'm decorating. So some of it is on the actual card and some of it is on top. So if I don't like it, which you'll see right here, I'm going to put down this little flamingo. Go where you feel, if I move my hand out of the way, alive, the most alive. And so I thought, oh, I like to put this little flamingo here. And then later on, I'm like, you know what, I don't like this little flamingo here. And I just pulled it right off because it's just the plastic sticker and you just pulled it right off. So for here, I'm going to place this inside for another photo there. And then I have my little sloth. And I'm just going to hang my little sloth right over the top by just sticking him right to the page. And then I pulled that other flamingo off because I didn't like it. And I added the paper one, the ephemera flamingo, and then attitude is everything sticker right there. And then yay, adventure yay on the bottom. Now I also did the backside, but I didn't film me doing the backside because I figured you guys probably had enough. So this is what the backside looks like before I added all the stuff to it. And I am going to decorate it as well, and I will show you just some pictures of it and when we do the walkthrough after this is over. So that's it, guys. This is my Project Life page. Here's the front side, and then here's a picture of the back side. And when I do the little let's see it all, I will show you the back side again. So here we go with the front again. And then on the back, the birds and all the leaves are on the outside. And then I've got the always dreaming, and then some of this is inside, some of this outside. I did the you walk my world, all that stuff on there. So it came out really cute. Here's a quick look at all the cards. I want to thank you guys so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. I hope this gives you some more ideas for what I actually think this kit was more intended for, which is more Project Life-y kind of stuff. And I will catch you back again real soon with some more projects. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.